Hello everyone, this is your instruction video for your final paper. Share screen here. Okay, so just going over what your assignment is for your final paper, which is due Monday, April 26th by 11:59 p.m. via Canvas, as we usually do. You'll notice that the instructions are very similar to the midterm instructions. You are to choose one of the questions that are listed below and write a 1,250 word, double-spaced, 12-point font Times New Roman paper answering the particular question you choose. You should begin with an introduction that clearly states what your argument will be. The body of the paper should consist of evidence from the readings to support your argument. And finally, conclude with a paragraph that recaps and summarizes your point. Make sure to stay within the word limit and print the word count at the end of your paper. When quoting or paraphrasing from one of the readings, make sure to cite your source in this format with the author, last name, and the page number that you are citing from. You won't need a bibliography or works cited page for this paper, since the sources you are to use are the materials discussed in class. Please make sure to know class policies regarding late assignments as discussed in the syllabus. And also, you're not allowed to use any sources outside of the material assigned on the syllabus. So let's go over each question that you have to choose from. And again, you choose one of these questions to write the paper on, not all three questions. In the book, then the first question, in the book Chicana Power, we saw how sexism within the Chicano community impacted young Chicana women in college. In what ways were they affected by this sexism, and in what ways did they challenge this sexism? Use examples from the book to support your arguments. So again, there's two parts to this question, talking about the ways they were affected and the ways they challenged sexism. Okay, so make sure to address those two sides of the question using examples from the particular text to support your argument. For the second question, the various articles on Native American women discuss the unique issues that they experience within and outside of their tribes. Based on these readings, do you think Native American women can benefit from feminism? Choose one side of the argument, yes or no, and use examples from the readings to support your argument. So in this question, you're being asked to choose a side and argue that particular side, not both of them, okay? So you choose whether yes, Native American women can benefit from feminism. If you think yes, then your paper should have examples that prove how Native American women can benefit from feminism. If you think no, the Native American women cannot benefit from feminism, then the examples that you choose to support your argument should demonstrate how feminism does not benefit Native American women. Okay, so again, choose a side and argue that particular side using examples from the readings. Finally, the third question, the readings from Asian Pacific Islander American women discuss the various experiences Asian Pacific American women have had in the United States. Choose one of the following roles: immigrants, mothers, workers, or activist organizers. Discuss the challenges that women experienced in the role you choose to discuss and the ways they addressed those challenges. Use examples from the readings to support your argument. So again, here you choose one particular role you want your paper to focus on, whether you want to focus on them being immigrants, their experiences as mothers, their experiences as workers, or as activist organizers. We saw plenty of examples in all the chapters that we read in that particular text that could be used to support any of these roles. But you only choose one role to talk about. So you can choose to talk about just workers and focus on and use examples on Filipina healthcare workers, the Chinese garment workers, all the different types of work that we saw them do. Or you could decide to focus on their roles as mothers, right? And there were plenty of examples of how being a mother was challenging to many of these women, but also the ways that they addressed those challenges, like again, the Chinese garment workers, they were mothers. You could focus on their mother role from that chapter, and how as mothers, they had this challenge around daycare centers, but they addressed those challenges through the union that they participated in. Okay, that's just one example of how you could approach that. Okay, so again, choose one role and that you want to focus on and discuss the challenges they experienced in that particular role and how they address those challenges. Okay. Hopefully this clarifies what you should do for each question, what approach you should take with each question, what things to make sure you cover in each question so that you answer the question fully. You should, if you have questions, of course, you can always email me or come to office hours, as they usually are on Tuesday, Thursday mornings. And again, if you have any questions about any of this that I discussed here, or your particular paper or anything else, you can just shoot me an email. Okay. Thank you very much. And I look forward to seeing your papers.